Hi everyone. I was putting together some tags for a journal yesterday, and I thought this is they're so easy that I would start and show you what I'm doing. I have got an absolute ton of these things. I've been having a bit of a clear out lately. Index cards, I think they are. I don't know. They go in yellow of their own accord. They have been sat there for years. So I've made a couple up, and I thought, okay, I need a load more for a journal I'm doing for a young lady. So I start off. This is one of these mixed media pages. I'm cheating. I'm making the background. It's already virtually done for me. So I am just cutting it to fit eventually. As you can tell, my cutting isn't that accurate. I am always on the lookout for quick and easy ways of making tags. So I'm hoping you'll like this process. So that will be backed onto there. But I make such a mess when I do these that do this bit first. Now, my trusty gesso, because I love the colours, but I want them a bit more muted than perhaps they are. So a quick sort of wipe down. So I stick it on with a brush and then just soften the edges. That, and it gives you a good excuse to get messy. And you can't blame the kids. It's like, yeah, you watch the kids. I watch the kids with envy sometimes. And I think, oh, no, I keep a roll of this stuff, lint, in the first aid box. Unfortunately, it's now in my shed because it's brilliant for adding a bit of texture. So I'm thinking, now I promise you this would be quick, and it is quick. I just like to rough it up a bit at the edges because I can always trim off the bits I don't want. Now, the last journal I did, it was I really liked the way that turned out. So I'm thinking something along those lines. I like balance, but I also like a bit of variety. Right now, I have to admit, I use gesso to stick it on with. By all means, feel free, whatever glue you've got, Mod Podge or PVA glue would probably be good for this. Now I'm thinking something like that. And then if I want to add some colour to it, I can. And it's going to be nice and white. It wasn't until I watched some other YouTubers, Marta from Marami, I can never say it, Small Art, and she was using gesso as an adhesive, and it's like, oh, of course. And that is pretty well stuck. Well, it will be once it's dried. Now I want, oh, I know what I should have done actually. Where's me? keep forgetting to just go around the edges. You don't have to do this. In fact, I've taken to using a pencil now to go around the edges. But sometimes if I forget, this just adds a little bit extra. Right. Yep, that's sticking. Texture paste. I am a great one for texture paste. What have we got over here? I think in the border. I could use that one. Where's that other one going? This is all part of a set of 12 that I bought from off Amazon. Well, that looks quite good. Yep, I like that. Close that up. And I don't want too much because I don't want it too thick. Oh, this stuff smells wonderful. So that in my bowl of water. So, bowl. Let's get rid of that. It has been so hot here today. I know, us Brits, we really shouldn't moan about it. But oh my life. Now then, I want to cut out. We've got a bit of a standing joke. Ooh, that'll look quite nice with it. Got a bit of a standing joke going with a young lady about which bit? We keep teasing her about her fungi, so I thought this might be quite appropriate. A bit of a mushroom going on. I could lose myself in this fussy cutting, I have to say. It is very soothing, I think is the word I'm looking for, because it's, what do they call it? Mindfulness. That's it, where you have to concentrate on what you're doing, otherwise it all goes to pot. Now then, I am only going to do this one, I think, these two. Let's get rid of that bit. Give that a bit of interest at the bottom. That looks a little bit silly, doesn't it? See if we can cut that green piece off. Oh, I'm liking that. Right, now then, I've learnt from previous that where I like to edge in pencil doesn't work on the gauze. So just edge that up a bit. What do we think? Oh yeah, actually we could put a bit of colour on that. What have we got? Distress spray stain, bundled sage. It's a I cannot for the life of me get the sprays to work. Well, they do work. They just go everywhere. One day I'll learn how to do it properly, but in the meantime, it's a bit of a dip and hope. What I want to do is just add a bit of interest. Maybe make it look a bit more like grass than it does. There we go. Just a bit of colour. I'm quite into these monochromatic colour schemes. We don't have much, but enough. Yeah, that's quite good. And then that, hopefully the grass. I am thinking, actually, I want it that way. In which case, where's my scissors? I need to cut some of these grasses off. That's better. I'm thinking I might do a bit of stamping at the top. Right, bear with me while I just give this a quick blast. Okay, done. Now I'm thinking a bit of depth at the top. So, next door's offspring have arrived home. Love it. It's really quiet round here until the kids come back from uni. Ah, now that's looking more like it. What do you think? Yeah. Let's peel. Mind you saying that, our young ladies more than make up for it when they have their moments. If anybody asks or wonders, this is I buy the big refills and just refill this little bottle. Art glitter glue. Dries clear. It is not glitter. I've no idea why it's called that. Never mind. Right, that's... What do we think? Oh yeah. Oh, I'm liking that. Yep, along with the no, then stamp. I did sort of stamp out for this actually. She's doing, our eldest young lady is doing art, excuse me, at school and starting her final sort of GCSE years. Creativity is seeing what everyone else has seen and thinking what no one else has thought. She's still at the stage where everything has to be in a straight line, so I'm going to fry her brains a little. What's this? Stazon Timber Brown, that one. I have got black, but when the first time I ever used this stamp, I thought I'd done it wrong because it was like blurred, and I'm thinking, oh my life, what have I done with it? But it's not. It is the stamp. Okay. So let that dry for a moment, and then I can glue on the back. Now this doesn't, I know I've got one somewhere. have to be archival. These are for a young lady to do what she likes with. Hopefully give her some motivation. I think it's fair to say she doesn't enjoy school that much. So we're trying to encourage it. Being the terrible foster parents that we are. Okay. Let's clean those right notes on the back. If albeit I've cut it a little wonky. So I just go around and hide the edges. Maybe a bit darker. And there we go. A tag. Actually, that's driving me nuts. I'm going to have to trim that bit off. There we go. One tag. If I zoom in a bit, you can... A bit of depth, a bit of interest. And I'm thinking she's going to like that. When I was talking about a pencil, this is a pastel pencil. This one is actually in burnt umber, although it does look black. And I do like just giving it... She's very much into her goth stage at the moment. So this black, bless her, she is 14. And everything is dark and nobody understands me. There we go. Bit of added interest in the top. There we are. A tag. Not quite 10 minutes like I've seen other people do. And I'm thinking, wow, I wish I could. But I have got a bunch. I've got about another 5 or 6 to make. So I'll film them and you can have a look at... I am not doing long and involved. So, yeah, nice, quick, easy. Perhaps something you hadn't thought of. Don't know. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I will see you all later. Bye.